Let's try it. Spares, you back? I can't type anymore. I've drunk too much. I'm relying on Ben.
Yeah, mine's like
I've got live. We're live, people. We're live.
That's
Okay.
good enough. Okay, we're carrying on. That's it. We've got houses. My guy's about to die. The kids are safe. That's important.
That is important.
Spez is here. Ben, roll. I'll roll a lot of 7s and 8s, hopefully.
All right. So Strode is battling with the people inside the garage to try and get the door open.
He's such a
So,
bellend.
what are you doing?
So it's me plus Strode plus. Have I got 2 kids there?
No,
Oh.
they're in the garage.
And with Angela. I've got me.
With Brenda
Mary and Brenda.
Sorry, Ben.
So I'm looking at the map as it is. So everyone. Ben is the last standing survivor. Everyone else is kind of okay at this point, yeah?
You're on your own in the front room of number 2.
Yeah.
And Strode is outside the garage of number 2, literally like 3 or 4 meters from you at most.
Yeah.
And he and the people who are inside the garage of number 2 are struggling over the door. That he's trying to get it open and they are trying to keep it closed.
Then, in which case, I'm going to use all the tools in that garage.
You're not in the garage.
I'm in the main room, right? Am I inside the room? So I'm going to do that desperate thing where you're trying to use all the knives and the forks and the chairs and things to stop the door from opening, I guess. Like jam the door thing in, jam the knife in, whatever. We know it's a failing thing.
He's not trying to open the door that you're at. He's trying to open the door into the garage, and you're not in the garage.
Is the garage the double south door or the middle door?
The garage is the bit that hangs off the north of the building you're in.
Oh, I don't care if he's going into there.
You're just going to jam it shut anyway.
So, what I can see from where I am, right, is me and Angela and 2 kids. Is that correct?
What you can see from where you are right now is nobody, but you can hear the commotion outside the garage door right next to your front door.
In which case, I will peek outside of the commotion of the door I'm in, I guess.
Okay. From where you are, you can actually, since, the Strode isn't directly outside your door, from where you are, you can actually pull the door open just a little bit, and you can see him just to your north fighting to get into the garage.
Can I see what I can see on the pictures right now, which is Angela and 2 kids?
You can see, if you look past him, you can see Angela and Sally and 2 kids on the other side of the road, yes.
Because where I'm looking right now on the graphics is I'm just outside the house.
No, you're inside the front room of the house.
Oh,
you're the other blue one. You're the steely blue one.
No, that's what I can see, right? I can see me outside the house with DC, CC, and Angela. What I'll do, I'll shout.
No, that's the wrong side of the street.
Is that you?
You're on the right.
You're inside the front room of number 2, so you are the southernmost counter.
Okay, got you.
Then it struck it up.
In which case, I will run to the. I'll open the door. I'll run to the south. west, I guess.
You want to run effectively towards the gatehouse.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Since you know where Strode is and he's, preoccupied, you won't need to roll a courage check for that. So you can run to basically where Ricky lies dead on the north corner of the gatehouse.
Decent, boy.
So you're essentially with Ricky's body.
Yep.
So where you are right now
Perfect.
is where Ricky is, yes.
Yeah.
And I need to do another roll. Okay. The Strode appears to be forcing the door wider and wider. He is slowly winning the battle over the garage door.
I'm going to shout, you, and I apologise. Again, I'm not a big swearer, and I apologise for our stream. I'm going to shout, you dick! You wanker! Hey! You bellend! Get over here! You... Ah! And he, finally, for the first time in his life, where he's like, let everyone else do something, he's finally going to give it all that.
Roll 2d6.
Yeah, man. It's an 8.
An 8, okay. Strode lets go of the garage door and turns to face you. And he starts marching quickly towards you.
And I have a second moment, because as you would, you have freak out mode where you're like giving it all that, and then you have like oh, hang on. and that's the moment he's in, where he's like, as a little moment, and he like quietens down for a minute, and then he like redoubles his effort, so he starts giving it all that again, I guess.
Okay. Sally, what are you doing?
Sally, Sally, seeing all this, at first, I think she probably goes to turn towards the garage door and run, but seeing Strode head south towards Ben, she turns to Angela and just says, "Quick, get the door open."
Okay. Angela has a key and opens the door in a matter of seconds.
Take the kids inside. Get the chainsaw. Look after them, and she'll shut the door behind the three of them.
All right. Okay. Yep, you can do that. And you are now standing outside the front door, and the others, those three you were with, are now inside the front room.
She'll if she's got anything left that she can do within this turn, she'll just put a hand on the door and take a deep breath, and then run to the middle of the road, I suppose, opposite Ben, and start shouting.
Okay.
Hey, over here.
All right.
It was a moment of doubt, perhaps.
Right. Roll 2d6 for me.
Make them good. Oh, that's an 8.
An 8. Strode is distracted. He stops and he turns to now look at Sally. And he's caught in two minds, but you are persuasive enough to convince him, and he starts to march northwards towards you.
Too persuasive.
You effing dick! Hey, you get back down here, you absolute wanker.
Roll 2d6 for me.
It's
3 hours later.
It's a 7.
When
It's
the
a
police
7.
roll up.
It's a 7.
Okay. This time, though that's fairly persuasive, Strode has picked his target.
See, Ben's not happy because that's Sally, and although Ben, there's something about, although Ben is an absolute coward, there is something within him.
It took me a minute then to realise which Ben you were talking about. Apologies to both Bens. But clearly to the better Ben.
And so Ben runs forward like 4 or 5 squares, I guess, within it, and starts giving it all that.
If
and
you
he's like
sprint,
shouting every single word and swear and anything he can even consider at this point at Strode.
if you sprint, you can actually catch him. He's walking, not running.
Oh, he's gonna do anything he can, like pull him around and like, do you know what I mean? Like catch him. Yeah, he'll do that. He'll give everything he can at that point.
Battle is joined.
Oh, I don't like that word. Pull that back.
Right. I need you to roll 2d6 for me, please.
I hate. It's a 7. I know that. What does 7 mean? It's a 7.
Okay. And okay. And first off, the first sort of round of combat, so to speak, it goes to you. You manage to dig your knife into him, and he grunts and he sort of takes half a pace back. The face, of course, is a mask. It's completely expressionless. But yeah, you find yourself falling back just a little way, and he's falling back just a little way, and you can press the advantage if you want, or you can back off if you want to move away.
I'll press the advantage while like pushing to Sally to like get people out of there. I was like,
Okay.
try and push the knife into his
2d6.
collarbone, I guess. Yeah. Oh, that's gone deep, Ben. Hang on. That's gone very deep. Hang on.
Seeing that moment, Ben, can I jump in where possible?
Yep.
I can wait for.
No, that's fine.
I've got it, but you roll it, mate. That's my thing for the bag.
Seeing Ben engage and then wave Sally off. I guess in a slight moment of defiance, she'll take another very deep breath this time. Look at the knife in her hand and then run towards the back of Strode.
2d6 for me, please.
I hit a 7, by the way, Ben, which is probably enough for nothing, if anything.
Oh, keep those 7s coming.
Yeah, just keep
They're
them
doing
going,
well.
man.
I got a 6.
Well, I've had a whole
A
bottle
6.
of wine.
Okay.
Sorry, we're throwing numbers at you left, right, and
so
centre.
what is happening then is Sally is indeed going to be able to engage Strode at the same time. That's great. Meanwhile, yeah, you're on a -1. Strode's on -4. Okay. Strode manages to sink his blade into you, and your stamina takes a little bit of a hit for the strike. Okay, and Sally, battle is indeed joined. So 2d6, please.
Wonderful. She would like to. She probably won't scream out in a battle cry, but she would like to just try and sink the knife as deep into the back as she possibly can. She rolls a 9.
That's a good roll.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whether that's pretty high.
8 plus skill. Sally's skill's not bad. 18. Okay, wow. And that's definitely enough. Yeah, absolutely no question. And Ben's going to get a hit on this one as well. Almost.
Ben, go.
So 2d6
Ben.
for Ben.
9, 6, and 3.
Yeah, plenty.
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, Strode takes a stab in the back and another one in the front, and he sort of drops to his knees, but he's not down. He starts to pick himself back up again. and you can have another go at him if you want.
Sally definitely will see him drop to his knees.
Right.
She'll attempt a coup de grace, I suppose, through the back of the whatever she has available to her.
Okay.
And she rolls an 8 double fours.
Excellent. And Ben?
Run away, Ben.
Sorry. Sorry, pick up. 9, 6, and 3.
Lovely. Again, both of you manage to drive your blades deep into him. And this time, as he drops to one knee, there's this brief moment where it looks like he might get back to his feet. And then he keels over sideways and goes limp.
Keep stabbing. Keep stabbing.
Keep stabbing. By all means, he's clearly down and out. So, by all means, keep stabbing.
Don't give him that. Ben will keep stabbing because he's feeling the vibe of Marie. Let me roll.
Gotta protect Marie.
A 10, a 6 and a 4, a 10. Sorry, that's bad. I mean, that's bad visuals. A 6 and a 4.
No, you can absolutely keep stabbing. I mean, now there's no reaction. It's just squelching sounds.
I do it for spares, quite frankly.
We do everything.
It's just squelching sounds.
He's all about it right now.
You might as well be stabbing a stuffed animal at this point.
That's what it's all about. Yes.
Sally will stop stabbing and run south to security out.
Okay.
And if she's still got stuff to do, Ben?
Yep, that's fine. So if you want to head south, that's good.
Cool. She will head there, and first off, she'll start looking around the security guard for a gun, I suppose. Caught up in the moment of what has just occurred. And
the guard appears to be unarmed and doesn't have his keys or anything on him.
Okay. She will then immediately pick up the phone and attempt to dial the police.
I'm afraid no outside line.
God damn it. She'll shout out. I mean, that looks shouting distance. She'll shout out to Ben that the phone's dead in here as well. And make her way back outside.
Okay. And Ben, what are you doing?
If he's just trying to make a call on the phone, I can barely type, to be honest. Yeah. He's dead. He's in the middle of the street. There's 4 little children alive. My girlfriend is alive. There's some horrific bodies sprawled. And I guess I'll do the same. So I'll support the attempted calls. But I'm not going to push it further than that, I guess.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
I will rush over to Sally and Strode's body. And I will see what's going on there. If there's anything.
You are at Strode's body at the moment, so you want to go to Sally instead.
Sure. What's going on with the two of them?
Well, you're with Strode. Sally is by the security hut.
Hang on. Strode is. So yeah. What's Strode's body looking like?
Mulch.
That's the perfect body, as far as I'm concerned. Can I grab? Oh.
Deep dark insight into Luke's psyche.
That's all it is. A mulchy, dirty body. There's no way that Strode is gonna. There's no way that Strode is gonna sort of step up and stab people, right?
I think we can say with a great deal of confidence, Strode is not going to be a threat any further this evening now.
Then Ben is going to head over to Mary and guess that Mary's okay, I guess.
All right. He does so. And with him arriving at the getting inside the garage, he finds them all okay, if freaked out. And presumably spends a little bit of time explaining to them that Strode is no more. So, Sally.
Sally will head towards Angela's house.
Okay. Yep.
And get as far as she can.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're essentially out of combat turns at this point, so she can get inside, in fact.
Okay, cool.
In a single go. And
yeah.
And as she does so, she can sort of gather up two of the kids, and as I say, the threat is now done, and you don't even have to go anywhere. You understand? You can now just hunker down and wait for the grown-ups to return from their party, and just make sure the little kids are okay. You have still telephone communication between the two houses, so you can check up that each other are okay as well. And accordingly, it's probably an hour or so later, after a run, to the point where the grown-ups return to find Ricky's body and the two bodies in the garage, and they come through and sort of say, this is a disaster, and it's been awful, and they're amazed that you managed to survive.
Who is this guy? Like, literally, he was my running back. What happened?
Who was your running back?
Strode, probably.
No, Strode was never your running back.
Strode has never played football for the college team.
Why have we woken up with like a dozen of us and some like nutter, and you've left us with this mentalist when you've gone off to a party? What is going on with you? 30
Sally rolls her eyes at Ben again and just turns to Angela and says, "This is such a joke."
Why have you left us in this little street with just us? You 35-plus-year-olds. You've let us down.
Watch what you're saying about 35-plus-year-olds.
It's all of us. What?
And they say, as they're sort of gathering everyone together, and you're talking to the adults as they come back.
The adults.
And it's not very long before the police are called and what have you, and the police come along and start to interview you, and they start talking about what happened and how the killings took place and all the rest. And then as you're all gathered together into a sort of area away from the carnage, where you can be interviewed quietly without any disturbing sights, and the little kids are being taken care of separately. The police officer who's interviewing you turns to you and says, so what happened to Strode then? Did he leave? Did he run away, or did you drive him off?
We killed him. And Sally looks over at Ben, puts her hand on his shoulder. Right? We killed him.
Ben drops off, and he leaves the college to never fulfill his his NFL life because he's so upset about the whole situation. His life is done.
Oh, Ben. What are you doing to us?
It was all a story of Ben's failed NFL career.
Is that what you got from tonight?
But for under 10 surviving, I guess I'll accept.
I mean that's important.
Guess I'll accept that.
But when we do the sequel and we get to play as them in 10 years' time.
That's right, returning to the scene. Yes.
Nothing for me. They're dead to me, as far as I'm concerned. They never played for the Minnesota Vikings.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Sparrow, it vanished
the
into the night. It vanished into the night with the misty, foggy street.
Yeah.
That dirty, masked man, killing teenagers by the many. And Ben loved the killing. Ewan loved the kids, and I just got miserable about college life.
That's definitely not what happened. For anyone screaming to the end to get the TLDR, that is not what happened.
What happened, Ewan? What happened, Ewan?
We showed up for a party. Some jocks started being dicks. And then some murders happened. We killed a murderer. The murderer wasn't killed. They escaped. We saved the kids. That feels like what happened. Kinda.
That is kind of what happened, yeah.
Give or take.
And the jocks won. Come on!
Actually, the jocks were basically slaughtered almost to a man.
Oh, there's one of us left.
But one of them did survive. I can't argue with that. One jock did win.
Yes. Okay.
Jockiest jock of the ball.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Sparrow, for sticking with us for so brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been awesome. Thank you very much for hanging around.
Thank you, Ben. I was worried as the murderer works his way south, quite frankly. I had no idea whether a 7 was good or bad, which was quite frankly terrifying.
Just as it should be, to be fair.
It was good, man. I love
to know what you rolled.
I love the closing nature of it, and because you took it from the very old-fashioned D&D, pre-D&D, right? Literally, like
Fighting Fantasy.
It's the mechanics are basically from the Fighting Fantasy.
It's old mechanics,
which is indeed very old. Though I don't think it's as old as D&D. I think that still claims the very oldest role-playing game that's still existing and in publication. But the obviously Fighting Fantasy doesn't have a courage stat, but it turns out it's reasonably adaptable to that. And and obviously the plot is a straight rip-off of a film.
Yeah, and a really good one, and a really tense one to play. It felt very tense to play.
Moving from house to house, it was right.
And not knowing, the Strood just disappearing the whole time was very good, and the time limit was very good. It all added to some wonderful tension, I felt.
Yeah, every 500 seconds something happened.
Well, and it decreased a lot.
Yeah.
Did we get to 300 in the end?
I think by the end it was what was it, 300 by the end, something like that? 360? Yeah.
Which is great. I love that kind of scaling mechanic where things get more and more tense as time goes on. It's very thematical. I love it.
We knew that anytime someone picked through a window, trouble was happening. This is perfect, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's time for me to go to bed. So, good night, guys.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's been great fun. Luke, you're back tomorrow, aren't you?
I'm doing
some Halloweeny Luke plays.
I'm doing some Halloweeny Luke plays. What was it, Ben? I don't know whether our stats will work for it, to be honest. But we can.
No, TLD.
It's a Halloween fear stream. Me and him will work. He loves Save the Cheerleader, Save the World. He loves that girl. So it's okay.
Oh, Heroes is good.
He loves it, man.
I like a bit of Heroes.
It's Heroes
It's been a
plus.
while, but
Basically, it's Heroes plus Remy Malik. And what is not to love about Heroes plus Remy Malik?
Quite right.
it definitely sounds like a thing.
It's me with the light. I'll ruin it because it's me with the light off whinging. It sounds good until I start playing it. So
right. Well,
better be there.
Let's stop streaming.
Yes.
And,
and
we'll say goodnight.
A good call. But tune in tomorrow if you want to watch Luke Cower. And thank you all for joining us. It's been great fun.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
Good night.
Well done. It's done. Okay, it's done. Sorry, Ben. I was so miserable. Sorry. It's off. Yep.
Hold on.
Oh, why is it paused?
There we go. I had some real for some reason I had some real issues on my phone when we went back live for the second time.
Oh, for that second half.
I had no video whatsoever.
It went a bit weird for about 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, but I do now. Now we've stopped it.
You know we're still live, right?
No,
oh, well, there you go, Luke. We're still live.
It says it stopped, man.
Well, it's lying.
Hang on a sec. You'll be quiet.
Hi, everyone.
You'll be quiet.
It's
hey,
Sunday,
Spez.
and Luke's about to play Luke Plays.
Don't shut up. I need like at least a dozen hours.
He needs a bit of sleep, to be fair.
Oh, man, I'm knackered. I've been ill all month.
Thanks,
Hang on.
Thanks, Sparrow, for the shout. We appreciate it.
I clicked stop. It won't stop it, man. Stop recording carries on. At least Ben's the hero. Hang on. Are you sure?